Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is declining to commit to releasing video footage of the second strike on an alleged drug boat in the Caribbean back in September. The Washington Post reported recently that after the first strike, 2 survivors remained, but that the US then conducted a second strike.
Hegseth and the White House have denied that the Defense Secretary ordered that second strike. Here's what Hegseth had to say at a defense forum hosted at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library on Saturday.
To make sure sources, methods, it's an ongoing operation, TTPs. We've got operators out there doing this right now, so whatever we were to decide to release, we'd have to be very responsible about. So we're reviewing that right now. We are reviewing it right now.
Is that a yes or no?
That is, the most important thing to me are the ongoing operations in the Caribbean with our folks that use bespoke capabilities, techniques, procedures in the process. I'm way more interested in protecting that than anything else. So we're reviewing the process and we'll see.
Hegseth also criticised the Washington Post over their reporting. Let's listen.
Is anybody here from the Washington Post? I don't know where you get your sources, but they suck. Of course not. Anybody that's been in the Situation Room or they've been in the war room there, the Secretary's office, no, you don't walk in and say, kill him. It's just patently ridiculous.
Last week, President Trump supported releasing the video. He told reporters, quote, "I don't know what they have, but whatever they have, we'll certainly release, no problem. Every boat we knock out, we save 25,000 American lives. If you look at our numbers, the drugs coming out through sea are down 91%. Well, certainly we'd like to get more information about how that decision was reached. I'm a little, while I am critical overall of the strikes being carried out, that is because of my conviction that they're being carried out without Congress having properly authorized this or given a use of force justification or declared war on the cartels. I don't accept that the president can simply declare what he says are narco traffickers as terrorists and then kill them. It's being if it's a law enforcement matter, then they certainly can't just shoot everybody and ask questions later. If they're authorized as part of a military operation against a legitimate something Congress has ascertained, then if the mission was to destroy the boat and it wasn't destroyed, I think it can be defended to launch a second strike, as was characteristic of Obama's drone strikes and all that as well. So to me, it really speaks to whether it was proper for them to try to destroy the boat in the first place. But the second strike is getting all this attention here.
Yeah, the second strike, I think, is getting so much attention because of this significant reporting that there were 2 defenseless people clinging to wreckage, and we just blew them up. And that does appear to be a crime to me. Now, there is a broader argument to be made about whether the strikes themselves are legal or illegal, or certainly whether they're ethical or not. I think they're not. I'm just not a fan of handing over to the government power to declare people guilty and then blow them up or kill them on that basis alone. Now, just in relation to the Hegseth then went on to talk about narco-terrorists and all of that. Something that is getting lost in this debate is the vast majority of fentanyl that gets imported into the United States is made in Mexico from ingredients imported from China. Venezuela is not a major origin for fentanyl.
Of cocaine, yes, fentanyl, no.
Right, and then in the cocaine case, then we have the curiosity of the Honduran former president who we just mentioned being pardoned by Trump for allegedly being involved or facilitating 400 tons of cocaine coming in.
This is the problem with the argument that they're, once they pose no danger, you're in, rules of war. Once the threat poses no danger, you're not supposed to then just kill them. But of course, the way we're attacking this boat, the people on the boat pose no danger
in the first place. Yeah.
So then it would be. I mean, this is a novel development in warfare and how we conduct warfare now that raises new moral issues. Anyway, I would like to have our members of Congress clearly more involved and perusing, and then the public and the journalists to peruse whatever information they have. I know they're vigorously contesting the Washington Post's contention that it was specifically said that they want no survivors under any circumstances. They're saying that it was just, the order was to destroy the boat, and they didn't think it was destroyed yet.
Right, and I do think, to be fair to Hegseth, that issue of the Washington Post is an important one, that the Admiral pushed back pretty strongly against that. But I just find the designation of these so-called drug cartels as terrorist organizations absurd.
Struggling with as well.
Indeed. Up next, a State Department official released a video on X criticising Europe for its alleged censorship. But are her concerns overblown or even outright baseless? I'll discuss that, and Robby will disagree in my notes. Stick around.